guys, and welcome back to another Unfiltered Gamer Top 5 video. It's been a while since I've done a Top 5 video, except for Brian on Instagram. So if you're looking for top of the year games and his games every year, it's on the Instagram. But as far as videos go, not as often. But I have two live stream members who've been playing for, I'd say, what, 2 years now?
2 years, yeah.
2 years now, and they've played a large amount of games since when they first started. So this is Albert. Him and Rachel both play together with us on the live stream, and I think he's finally concocted a list of 5 of his favorite games, at least for now. We'll do one for him, and we'll do one for Rachel too.
Yeah.
Do you think they'll coincide?
No.
Totally different games?
No, I think we have different likes for games, yeah. Definitely.
Okay, that'd be cool. That'd be interesting to see.
Yeah.
But we've been playing all the same games together, and I think we've gotten at least 100 games under your belt at this point in time.
At least.
Yeah.
At least 100 games.
Play a lot of games.
Yeah, we do.
So we'll do your top 5 games of all time, at least currently.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and tell us a little bit about like yourself, your type of taste, without spoiling anything. Like, what kind of games do you like? What are you most interested in? So they'll know like where you kind of sit.
Yeah. So I'm Albert. I'm usually playing off camera. You'll see me in the bottom left of the top-down screen.
Yep, that's me too.
Yeah. So yeah, no. When it comes to games, I like games that I win, and I'm a competitive player. So
well, games that you win, like that you're good at specifically.
yeah, and you know, I think the games that I seem to do well with are risk games, like where we have, like if we're running in, running out, and trying to grab as much as we can, and games that involve you to push and decide when you want out. So. So there are a few of those games
Kind of feel like that a little bit.
Feel like that. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite mechanic? If you had to play a certain type of game, you got like deck builders, push your luck games.
I like press your luck in deck builder games. I'd say. Not a fan of dice.
No,
not a fan of dice. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, there you go. So let's do the top 5 games. The first 4 in no random order, in no specific order, and then we'll go with your number 1 game. But I'll just choose your 5th game, and we'll go from there. So your top 5 game, here we go. So here we have Wingspan, right?
Yeah, Finspan actually.
Oh, Finspan.
Yeah, Finspan. Yeah, no, Wingspan, Wormspan, Finspan. I liked them all, and I think I picked this one out of the 3 because I won.
but all 3 are.
Yeah, no, all three of the games I like, and I think it's just because I think I like this one because I've always had a fascination with the ocean a little bit, and you get to see like real things. I think I liked Wingspan a lot more than maybe Wormspan too, because we're dealing with like something that's real, and so we're dealing with like and the art on this game was really good. You know, we got to see all the fishes and sharks and whales and everything, and you know that just made it really interesting. And
so this game here, this is a worker placement. It's kind of like it's an everybody type of game, right? And the same thing with Wingspan and Wormspan. It's a game where you take a piece, you put it on an area, and there's a limited number of areas for normally what you consider a worker placement game. There's like 4 or 5 here. And you'll be playing cards, dropping down fish, and scoring a big tableau, right? That's the basic idea of the game. And at the end of the round, you take up all your guys, and then you do it once again, and you do it once again, and then you score at the end of the game. Yeah. And so do you like that specific type of game? Do you like these worker placement style games?
Yeah, I did. I think you know, obviously every like, you know, fish that you get has its own unique ability too, and so that makes it kind of fun, because then you're like, oh, like, do I need this fish or do I?
And there's a lot of fish.
And there's a lot of fish.
And each fish, I mean, I love these games, Wingspan and Finspan and Wormspan, because there's no same card.
Yeah.
They're all unique cards. They all have
Exactly.
unique abilities, and they have actual facts of the type of fish.
That's what
and
made it cool
sea
too.
animals.
I remember that. Yeah.
So
yeah,
there's like how many eggs they can hatch, and how big they are, how long they are.
Yeah. And I think that part appealed to me because it was like kind of. I'm a little bit of a nerd, and so you got stats, and you get this, and just I feel like you got to learn about, you know, the ocean, or at least the fish.
Oh yeah, oh you definitely do.
While you're doing it. So I was like, oh, you know, I learned some about the bluefin tuna, or like, You learn something about, you know, the clownfish.
There's a few sharks in there too.
Yeah, there's a few sharks.
This is a 1 to 5 player game, ages 10 and up, and takes about 45 to 60 minutes. It's by Stonemaier Games. They have done the game Scythe. That's one of their most popular games, but I mean a lot of their games are very popular now. And of course the game Wingspan, which is pretty popular as well. If you're a modern gamer, you probably know what Wingspan is, but you might not know about Finspan. Personally, for me, of all the three, this is my favorite by far. I love fish, I love fishing, I love going out in the ocean and relaxing and chilling, and this is kind of gets me a little bit back into there, because there's not a lot of good fishing games.
No.
This one's not really a fishing game. This is a worker placement,
Yeah.
tableau management, and you're placing down fish and earning
ocean
value.
adjacent,
It's
yeah.
ocean adjacent. I really do like that. So
Yeah, and you know, it was like when we were playing, it was competitive, it was relaxing. It wasn't, you didn't have to think too much, but you have to think a little bit.
yeah,
and
it's
so-
like solitaire, but you do work around other people's decisions. So yeah, Finspan, number 5. It's a good game.
So next we have Mayan Curse.
Number 4. Number 4 on the list.
Yeah. Yeah, and so, you know, this one I really liked. It's a temple run game.
This is from Crazy Like a Box. It's 1 to 6 players, ages 30 to 60 minutes, and it takes ages. Did I say ages? It's 30 to 60 minutes, ages 8 and up. I don't know if I said that right, but anyway, yeah, it's a game where you're running around.
Yeah, and so, you know, you have your little you have your stones, and you try to make it so you can get a run going, and you can adjust the sliders to make your run just perfect.
So you are a dude trying to get to the temple, take a picture of the top of the temple, and get back before it closes and seals on you forever.
Yeah.
And there's like slabs, right? These little long slabs that you can move left and right to orchestrate the shapes to connect your...
For the run.
For the run. And you play certain, what are they, cards? Or what do you use?
You play the sacred stones.
Oh, you play the stones out, and then you move across the game board to get as far as you can. But people are also trying to follow your route, trying to get ahead of you.
Yeah, and they get different stones, and so they're trying to adjust, and so you're trying to think of how you can make your run work. And you get, I mean, there's a few extras, like a few wild tokens and stuff. And you know, you get all the way to the end, and when you get to the sacred slab, you know, you're trying to. I remember spinning the wheels.
Oh yeah, there's after the slabs that go left and right that you can kind of adjust to get your character up. There's also kind of a circular, like stacked slabs that you'll rotate around to get to the very top.
I remember that being really tricky, and so it was just really fun to play. Again, this one's memorable because I made it out and I won, which always feels
It's a little puzzly, right?
Yes.
It's a little competitive, and you can kind of mess other people's routes up, but not intentionally, because you have to only use the slabs in front of you or on you. You can't like mess somebody
you're
else behind you.
You're not being a saboteur. You're doing more of just doing what you can to get to where you need to get.
And at a certain point, after people collect enough points, these boulders start rolling.
Yeah.
And there's 3 of them, and they'll start rolling to the entrance to block the entrance off. And if you're not out by the time the boulders get to the entrance,
I barely made it.
then you're stuck in the game.
Yeah, I barely made it, and that's I remember that. But yeah, no, it was a really fun game, and I really enjoyed it. I think it, like say, it's competitive, but it's also seeing what you can do with how you tolerate risk. So.
Yeah, it's action management. You're moving a character across the board and back. It functions a little bit like the game Clank, where you have a character, you go into the tunnel, you gather things, but that's a deck build, there's a little different. This is just mainly you're rotating and moving slabs, spending your tokens to move across the board and get back out before the timer runs out. It's intense.
I guess you could make the timer run out.
You could. You can actively select the
saboteur
points.
route.
Yeah, because you can get if everybody's way ahead of you, you can gather the points to make the boulders roll, and you can leave early in hopes that by the time they come back, they don't win. Because you don't have to get to the top. That's not important. I mean, it gives you a bunch of points if you can get to the top and get back. But if you don't or can't, you can still win by just leaving. If you're stuck in the temple, it doesn't matter how many points you got. So there's some like push and pull there, and how you choose to operate your character matters as well. I escaped, but I didn't get enough points. Everybody else died.
Yeah.
So
I think you and me made it.
Yeah, pretty much. I made it out early, and I tried to make sure that they all got stuck there, and he got it out just on the skin of his teeth.
I barely made it.
Quality of the game is excellent, by the way.
Yeah.
I like the style, the feel of the game. It feels fun to move the components. Yeah, everything feels fun about this game.
Yeah, this was a good one.
Yeah. So Mayan Curse, Crazy Like a Box.
Number 4.
Number 4, yeah. Speaking of number 4, this one now is number 3. It's Clank, which is similar to Mayan Curse, but also very different.
Yep, very different.
So what is this one?
Clank was a deck building game, and it had the features of the previous game, Mayan Curse. It had a little bit of both, and I like deck builders. Deck builders are fun. I think one of them's one of the few next games.
Nope, that's not technically a deck builder.
Oh no, yeah, I guess not.
This is by Renegade Game Studios. It's 2 to 4 players, ages I think 13, 14, and takes about an hour to play as well. And yeah, this is a deck builder, and your deck starts off basic, and as you play your cards, you can move, and you can. What else can you do? Buy stuff that lets you do other things, and you're basically just using your movement with your character to get into the dungeon, gathering treasures, and then get out. Because as the game goes on, this dragon tracker moves and eventually will destroy the underground if you don't escape in time. And yeah, so you're just kind of choosing your different paths. There's a lot of different boards you can utilize. There's also there's not only expansions to this, there's also other Clank games, kind of like Finspan, Wormspan, and Wingspan. But yeah, if you
like to try one out.
Oh, yeah, if you want, I can always grab another one. This is the most basic version of Clank. Direwolf also worked on this one as well. I believe they did the app of the game too. Yeah, excellent game. Excellent game. This is a really popular choice by a lot of gamers, I think.
Yeah. Haven't played it. Well, we should do it again.
What about one other thing? Did you like the art quality, any of that kind of stuff?
Yeah, no, I liked that the pieces all felt good in your hands, and I liked the art. I liked that. I liked unlike Mayan Curse, you kind of have like a direct route based off of what you get. This one was a little bit more random.
Yeah, you have you have a lot more options, and there's a lot more. I feel like both of them have the same adrenaline at the end when you want to get out.
Yeah.
But that one is very specific. You know what pieces you want to move and where you want to go and where you want to get back. It's one route. It's just moving the puzzle to make that route happen.
Yeah.
Whereas Clank is...
You have a lot more options.
Yeah, you can go left, right, and one option might mean your doom. If you go too far down where everybody else is trying to get out, you could have just lost the game because of that.
Yep.
And obviously, as you pull these Clanks out of the bag, so what ends up happening is a bag, you pull Clanks out, that is what's going to slowly, destroy your chances of escaping. So yeah, if you're looking for a game like Mayan Curse, but it's more of a deck builder, this is also a very, very popular game, and there's a lot of variety for Clank, then definitely check this one out. Is this one, you like this one more than Mayan Curse, you'd say, or are they...
I like this one more than Mayan Curse, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's because it had more options.
All right, it's A Wonderful World. This is by, it's by Lucky Duck. But the original was Ori Games and La Boîte de Jeu, I think. Or Jeu, I can't say it right. But this is a 1 to 5 player game. Can be played solitaire. It plays 45 minutes and it's ages 14 up. And this is a tableau builder, I would say.
Yeah.
How do you explain It's a Wonderful World?
Well, what I remember about Wonderful World is that there would be phases in the game, and
yeah, the first thing is the draft, where everybody gets a bunch of cards, and we pass our cards around. And these, once we've done that draft, we are then going to have all these cards we can utilize, whether it be to discard for their resources or to play down and expand upon our tableau.
Yeah.
And these are cards that will eventually give us more resources from round to round.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and I think what I liked about this game was just like being in charge, kind of like you're building your own like little city empire, and like you're thinking of it's a little bit like The Sims.
Yep.
And but it's competitive, and we have points at the end that we got to get, and I think what I liked about it was like the art was really good, and you could play the game differently every single time.
Yeah, every game for It's a Wonderful World is going to be very different. In fact, Brian would like you for picking this game. I think this was one of his top 10 games of all time. This game is all about resource control after you draft correctly. So if you like a good drafting game and then you like a good resource management, you'll like this. You got your draft of what resources, and based on the resources you have is what you draft, right? And then you place it down. You build this kind of unique stretch of buildings that will give you resources during production phases, as well as end of game victory points too. So you'll score victory points throughout the game, and at the end it'll be like, how many of this building did you get and how many of that building did you get. You'll also be scoring points for having the most of a certain type of resource. And these points can come in the type of like, they're like little chits or like little people. And so it's like, do you have the most green or do you have the most blue? And if you do, then you'll gain this victory point. And resources that you can actually spend as either victory points to save for later or as points that you can just keep until the end of the game. And then there's also ways you can gain special, I believe they're red cubes. They're like wilds.
Yeah.
They're also worth points, or you can use them for very strong buildings. So you can go the route of a huge empire or a small one with really strong, I mean, there's a lot of options.
Yeah,
This game, you probably haven't played this as well, but there is like 4 expansions and I have all of them. There's like a legacy version where we played the game and then we advance to the next scenario, which adds more stuff and adds more stuff. And it keeps adding more boards, and like each game you play kind of increases the variety of cards and things you have to do. And then when the game is all said and done, you'll have made a game that you can now play with all the things that you had put in from the legacy aspect of it. There's also, of course, just basic expansions that add new cards and add new fun stuff. But yeah, there's a lot of variety for It's a Wonderful World, and all of the expansions are excellent. Very, very good. So tableau management, resource management game. Lucky Duck, probably their best game they've ever made, in my opinion, as far as mechanics go. Not their most popular, though. I think their most popular is Chronicles of Crime, which is a game that, I think we played that one. It's a detective game where you are looking around the scene of the crime and you're like talking to people with your phone.
Yeah.
And you're like, did you do this? And you're trying to figure out who done it kind of thing. It's got a little kind of VR thing for it. It's a cool game, but this is definitely the more mechanically interesting, very nuanced game. And the solitaire version is actually really good too. Callie's played this a lot. So, yeah. All right, It's a Wonderful World.
Thanks.
Okay, here we go. This is the #1
favorite game.
Favorite game of all time so far. This is so funny. What a choice.
Yeah.
They probably can't read it, so what is it?
This is Doomlings. Yeah, no, Doomlings, for some reason, it always appealed to me. And I thought it was just a cool game. And, you know, you have your phases of extinction events.
Yep.
And you have a new set of rules every game. Every game that you play is different.
Yep.
And you know, you get your primary, and then you get all the adaptations you could put.
And so this is a card game, right?
Yeah.
You got cards in your hand. And they're all Doomlings. They're all these little goops and globs of like evolution.
Yeah.
And then on your turn, you play a card, and it's a Doomling, right?
Yeah.
Shocker. And the card will either do something, or give you points and do something, or just it'll do something, give you points, or both, right?
Yeah.
And they're all different colors, and they all have different variables, as well as there's dominant traits,
end-of-game
right?
goal, right?
Yeah, end-of-game active aspects as well. And once you play, you pass. Everybody just plays around. Once everybody's played once, then you're going to flip over a card. That's that phase.
Extinction.
And you might get an extinction. You might just get like an event of some sort.
Yeah.
And eventually, after you've gone through enough rounds, you're going to randomly flip over one of these end-of-world events that will just trigger the end of the game. Score up as many points as you have. It's very simple, right? If you have a green guy worth 1, a red guy worth 2, you have 3 points.
If you have all the green guys, and you get points for every green guy.
You score those points as well. I call this like a exploding kittens killer. Like, just destroys that game. I have no interest in playing exploding kittens anymore. I will with little kids, but this is just a great family gateway game that plays so easy.
Yeah.
It's straightforward. It's beautiful quality. The Doomlings are a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It just does everything right.
There's a special Doomling too.
Oh, there's tons. There's tons. There's one that's even of my like
Unfiltered
gamer in here somewhere too.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite aspect of Doomlings?
I think, you know, the phases really make it interesting. So it's like every phase, like I don't think I've ever even played enough to see all the phases.
We play a lot of Doomlings.
So,
it's probably one of the games we play the most.
We play this game pretty often. I like playing it. I think it's just the simplicity of it, and you know, it's a real basic game. It got me more into the other games, and it really just kind of started off a lot of the interesting games. And obviously, like, look at this case.
What's funny is, so Doomlings, you can get a small box for like, I think it's like 15, 20 bucks, and you can have the entire game if you want, the whole base game, right? But I'm addicted to Doomlings, so I have pretty much, not everything, but a lot of everything. Almost everything. Yeah. And so I have a lot of updated stuff. We have player mats that aren't needed but are awesome.
No. Yeah, and these make it. Yeah, I think when we play with these, you know, it's always easy, and we get like We get our dominant traits, and we get our
You know how many cards
phases.
you know how many cards you have in your hand. Your 2 dominants, and this is just the play area for all the rest of your cards, right? And that's beautiful art too. You got your little Doomling hang out in the glacier. I mean, I've got enamel pins. It came with a bunch of beautiful sleeves. All the expansions fit in here. I still have more room for more expansions. But yeah, it just fits really nicely. This is like the nice, expensive-ish version. And once I had this, I just put all my base game stuff in here and just mixed it in. That's the great thing about Doomlings. Doomlings has a lot of expanded content, and you can mix and match or add it all. You have 2 Doomlings games, shuffle them together, and play more players. It doesn't. I don't think it really matters. You can house rule pretty much anything you want in this game. And include whatever cards you like or don't like. In fact, for me, for instance, like I was talking about, there's an Unfiltered gamer card in here. I don't know, it's somewhere in here. But anyway, they gave me like 20 or 30 of them. So I handed out a bunch at a convention, and then I threw like 10 in the deck here. So now I have lots of the Reckless card just shuffled into the deck. But yeah, they do a really great job. Oh, they also have booster packs and stuff like that too. Yeah. Where you're guaranteed the cards. All booster packs are the same, but you'll get a unique like foil or a special type of card. So it has that collector aspect, but you never miss out on having all the cards if you just want to play the game. I think that's a really good way about going about it. So yeah,
fun game.
This is a game that you basically play whenever you want.
Yep.
And just no problems, no questions asked. Yeah, I agree with you. As far as if I ever want to play a gateway game, this is the first thing I ask people to play. They say, hey, have you guys ever played Exploding Kittens? And they'll go, yes. Okay, let me show you a game that I think is a little more fun. And if you do like that, let me show you the rest of what I got. Yeah. And this usually always works out with this one. This is a newer game, but they are constantly adding new stuff to it. It's really, really good. Doomlings is excellent. It'd probably be in my top 10 games of all time as well, honestly. And you know one of my other ones that's basically number 1 that someday we'll leave. But yeah, Doomlings, it's a good choice. I really, really enjoy this game. Yeah, good choice.
It was a good game.
So there you go, 5 games, your top 5 games.
Top 5 games.
And Doomlings is the one that stands out the most,
that's
right?
the one for me. Yeah.
What about what's the one? Go ahead.
There were other ones too, like and it's not that I don't dislike the games or anything. It's just like I had to make it, think of what top 5 games like can I pull out of my head and think like, yeah, these are the games. Like obviously Mystic Vale's one.
I was expecting it. I have tried to cultivate all my friends.
That will be on Rachel's list. I guarantee that.
I tried to cultivate that to get everybody to say that. So.
No, there were other ones too. There was the pirate one.
Which one? Which pirate one?
Yeah, there's like 4 pirate games you got.
But there's other games you're thinking.
There were other games I was thinking of, and
well, I mean, because we play a lot of the live games for the last like a few months here now, and like none of those made the list, obviously, because I want to make sure he had enough games on like that he.
I liked the game we played the other last on the last video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did.
All right, well, I won't spoil it. You can actually look at my live stream since you're already here on YouTube.
Yeah.
Robo Rally.
Robo Rally. I
okay,
Robo
not the
Rally.
previous one. The Robo Rally. Oh yeah, that's a solid choice. Robo Rally.
I like
that. What about, so all these games to me feel like they're in the middle to like lighter chill games. Is there one you can think of that's like more on the heavier side that was like appealing? Or are you more of like a middle, like not super crazy heavy, but also
There was a heavy game that we were playing. There's 2 heavy games we played. And one was a dungeon crawl. It was an older one. It was like from the 80s.
Oh, Hero Quest.
Hero Quest. I enjoyed Hero Quest. And I enjoyed the other one that was a heavy game that we played. It started with a W, I think. It was a black and blue cover. And
I can't remember. What about the?
It's the snowy one. It's an icy game.
Oh, I don't know. If I have it, I'll show you the image here if I can think of it during editing.
Yeah.
But so you'd say you're more on like a medium style game. There's only one game here that's light that you picked. So the other ones are pretty in the medium.
Yeah. I like light to medium. I think just because like we can come here, we could play it, and we can be done.
Yeah.
I do like the games that compound. Like and those 2 were good.
Well, because back here, right? These are all my games, my games I really enjoy, right? All of these are basically heavy games. I mean, with the exception of like the huge box of Castle Panic. That's the type of games I use. But the problem with me is I love these games, but the last time I played these games is before I played any of these games with him, right? So that's my drawback for heavy games. But I have to show him a bunch of these. I haven't showed him Dead Reckoning. We haven't played Heroes of Land, Sea, and Air, or my favorite, well, one of my favorites at this point now, Vindication. So we'll have to get him to see more heavier ones if we can. It's a little harder to do so just because of our schedules, but I'm glad you showed me your top 5 favorite games. I actually would have only guessed Clank. That was the only one I was pretty certain that you really enjoyed, because we played that a few times. Yeah. And I think you won both times.
Yeah. I like games I win.
And you enjoyed it, but you were also, it's not even, I don't think it's just that, because you enjoyed it even after when you played the first time you won. When we jumped back in and played the rest of the game, it wasn't like you were sad up until the very end where you won. You had like a good experience throughout the whole thing. Yeah. And I mean, everybody likes games when they win, but it's that experience that you enjoy throughout the entire game that I think matters the most. And then the bonuses you're actually good at, like Vindication. I'm very good at Vindication, but I'm enjoying it the whole time. It's just an extra bonus. I go from like a 7 or an 8 enjoyment to like an 11 as soon as the game's over, because I've dominated. But there, okay, I appreciate you, and I'll have a link down below in the description for all 5 of these games if you're interested in picking up any of them or learning about more. All of these games I have reviewed on my channel, so if I didn't give you enough description as to how the games played or what they felt like and all that kind of stuff, then you can go ahead and look and see for yourself. I don't want to make the video too long. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. No problem. And always, I look forward to seeing you guys next time.